for an updated settings video for a while, so today I'm gonna go through and tell you guys all the settings that I'm running so you guys can feel great and play great every single time you hop on the game. Real quick, I do want to give a massive shout out to the Noti gang. Also, if this video helps you guys out at all, leave a like and hit that sub button. Let's hop directly into it. And hopping directly into the settings, obviously the first tab is keyboard or mouse, but you guys know I play on controller, so if you guys are looking for M&K settings, I unfortunately cannot help you. Hopping directly into the controller tab, obviously we are on controller. For the button layout, I've always played on default. I know a lot of you guys run a lot of different things, but of course I play on default button layout with 4 back paddles. And scrolling down, I have my bumper ping and my flip L1 R1 turned off. My stick layout is of course default as well. My controller vibration is turned off. For my dead zones, I run 2 on my left and 5 on my right. And I do know a lot of you guys like to turn this left stick max down to like 70 or 60. I've tested that out and I personally do not enjoy it. But like I said, dead zones, I have 2 and 5. This is all based off your stick drift for your controller. And if you like the sticks to be super responsive, which if you do, you could even try these on 0-0. But sliding over to the aiming tab, I run 7-7 for my sensitivity, which you guys are always asking me about. For my sensitivity multiplier, I run 0.80 with 111. Obviously we have another tab that actually goes by per zoom. Then my vertical aim axis, all standard. I don't even know really what that means. My tack stance, I have 1.0. Aim response curve type, I have dynamic. Super important setting right here. If you guys are not running dynamic, you are genuinely, and I mean genuinely, selling. ADS sense multiplier focus, again 0.80. ADS sensitivity transition timing instant. And then like I was saying, for the per zoom, I have 0.80 for the low zoom, 2 to 3, 4 to 5, and then for the 6 to 7, I have 0.90, 8 to 9, I have 0.90, and high zoom, I have 1.0. This is where I felt the absolute most comfortable. I feel super accurate pretty much every single range. Obviously the sensitivity stuff is personal preference, so you guys can use mine and use it as a base to find your most comfortable sensitivity. For the aim assist, obviously we have target aim assist turned on. I do play on default aim assist now. I used to play on Black Ops, which from my testing I figured out Black Ops is better for close range and default is better for long range, and you guys get better rotational aim assist with default. Third person, we have assist, and then obviously this stuff doesn't even matter, I have it turned off. But going over to gameplay, I have auto tack sprint aka ATS turned on. I feel like this is super important as well. I know some people still have it turned off and they have to click their analog stick. I don't really see the reason in that. This makes it to where the second you move your left analog stick forward, you're immediately in a full sprint. Slide maintain sprint I have turned on, and then scrolling down I have auto move forward off, tack sprint to single tap run. Grounded mantle turned off. I do know a lot of people run this turned on as well to make the mantle super fast, but I turned it off because it makes it to where you're mantling everything even on accident. Automatic airborne mantle I have turned off. Automatic ground mantle I have turned off. Slide / dive behavior I do play on hybrid, which I know a lot of you guys are probably still on slide only or tap to dive or tap to slide. You guys should absolutely get used to hybrid. Basically all this is where you have tap to slide or slide only on, but if you click in your left analog stick, then you get to dolphin dive. Super easy to get used to. Obviously you're gonna hit random dolphin dives here and there, but definitely a setting that you guys need to turn on. Plunging underwater I have free. Parachute auto I have turned off. Sprinting door bash on, and then we got mantle only, manual, ADS hold, of course, chain, all this stuff is just normal settings. And then we get down to interact / reload behavior. I have prioritized interact. Definitely another important setting when it comes to Warzone. If you guys are big multiplayer people, then I probably wouldn't turn this on, but for Warzone, this makes it to where you can tap to loot, tap to reload, basically tap to do anything. But if you are in a vehicle, you're gonna have to hold to reload and stuff like that. Armor plate, I do have apply 1. I know a lot of people do apply all. I've always just felt more comfortable with apply 1. ADS stick swap off, directional on, 1x1 for the C4, even though this still doesn't even work sometimes. Press for manual fire, akimbo independent, short delay, free look, melee, toggle, moderate, and moderate hold. Definitely some important settings in that controller tab, so go through, test out all my settings, and like I was saying with my sensitivity, use it as a base and find out the spots that you guys are genuinely the most comfortable. That's the controller tab, so let's hop directly into the graphics tab. Full screen exclusive off rip gives you the best performance possible, so definitely run a full screen exclusive. This is your monitor, this is your GPU. I have a 240 hertz monitor, so my refresh rate of course is going to match that. Aspect ratio automatic. Display gamma is 2.2s RGB, which if you guys don't know is meant for a monitor, and the other one is meant if you're on a really big TV, which I say this in most of my settings videos. If you guys play this game even more than casually or even super casually, I highly recommend getting on a monitor. It's game changing. The response time, everything, you're gonna feel way better on a monitor than a massive TV. So definitely make that switch if you guys haven't already. For my brightness, I'm on 49. I know some people like 51. I just feel the best with 49. Scrolling down, I have NVIDIA Reflex low latency on plus boost. I have my eco mode preset custom, which I don't even know really what that means. And then VSync and this stuff off. Custom frame rate, I have unlimited. optimal off 0, and then I have HDR turned off. Hopping directly to the quality tab, I have my render resolution on 100 because of course I do play on 1440. I think no matter what resolution you play on, this should be on 100 though. For my upscaling and sharpening, I have Fidelity FX CADs with the sharpening strength on 100. I have my path tracing turned off with my VRAM at 80, and then right below this we have the actual quality settings. I'm just gonna fly through this and say it really fast, so if you guys need it, slow down the video or pause the video. But for the details and textures, I have normal, off, low, on, off, low, off, and low. Shadow and lighting, I have normal, off, low. Environment for the tessellation, all that stuff, I have near, low, off, normal, and off. Like I said, I just want to fly through that. I run a lot of my settings on the lowest they can. Even with lower end PCs or on consoles, the game is still going to look super good. So I highly recommend tossing all those on. Like I said, pause if you need it, slow down if you need it. But hopping directly into the view tab, of course, I am on 120 FOV. This is actually super important. A lot of you guys think streamers are cheating or I have a Cronus because I have no recoil, but the FOV actually plays a massive part in my recoil and my visual recoil. Obviously, I'm on 120, and then this setting right here is super important. Your ADS FOV with affected, this is going to make it to where your visual recoil is significantly less. I know some of you guys don't know about this setting, and a lot of you guys probably still play on independent. Absolutely switch this to affect if you guys haven't already. I promise you guys, it is game changing. But like I said, I run 120. This is all personal preference. You guys can run 100, 110, 115, whatever. I just feel the best with 120. ADS I have affected. Weapon I have wide. This is actually going to make your gun smaller. Motion blur, I have both of these turned off. I've been saying this since MW 2019 with Warzone 1. There is no reason to have your motion blurs turned on unless you're trying to make some weird movement TikToks. So definitely turn off the motion blur for both. Film grain is 0. Camera movement is 50-50, which is the least. Third person ADS transition, we have third person ADS. Again, all these settings don't really matter. Inverted flashbang, this is going to make it to where instead of your screen going super bright white, it's just going to turn it black so it's not burning your eyes or anything. And then parachute, I have first person. Again, a lot of these settings you guys should already have on, but make sure to turn on the ADS FOV on affected. I'm telling you guys, it is a super important change. Hopping into the audio tab, of course, you guys were commenting about my audio on a lot of my videos. I had some World Series audio tune that a lot of the competitors run, but I did switch it back to default. So I have PC speaker with default system device. I'm obviously on Astro A40s, which I guess aren't typically the best for audio, but I absolutely love them. So if you guys want to, snag yourself some Astro A40s. I am not sponsored, by the way, Astro, if you want to work with me. For my volumes, for my master, I have 82, and then I have 0, 30, 80, and 0, 0. Voice chat, I have on 20. Obviously, this stuff is all more basic settings that you guys should already have turned on. Microphone level 100, default subtitles, default. Mono audio is actually a very important thing to talk about. This is going to make it to where instead of having directional audio at different audio channels and being able to know that they're to your right or your left or above or below you, this is going to take all of your audio and put it into one audio channel so you can't really tell where they are from directions. So definitely do not turn this on. And then we have off, on, Modern Warfare, and off. Like I said, I didn't have an audio tune for a little while, but I did turn it off because I didn't feel like it sounded great for the videos. Hop directly into the interface tab. We have default, 0, default. For my color customization, I have completely default now. At one point, I did make my red a lot brighter, but scrolling down on my color filter, I have filter 2 with the color filter target on both for world and interface, and with the intensity on 100. I think this is a colorblind setting. I'm not too 100% sure about that, but I used to fully customize this, but now I'm fully back to default. You guys can really do whatever you want here. For your HUD bounds, that's just your monitor. Mini map shape, definitely turn this on to square if you guys haven't already. I think the only people that have this on round are like level 20 cheaters. So if this isn't on square, I think you're hacking. Mini map rotation I have on, horizontal compass I have on, crosshairs I have on, but I also have the center dot turned on. This is very important. It really helps with centering, making sure you guys are always on target. I just run the default scale, but I know a lot of people like the really big circles. I can't do that. Hit marker visuals I have on, damage based hit markers I have on, player names, full name on, fade after 10 seconds, stamina bar turned on. Telemetry, those are just the squares top left of my screen showing me my FPS, my ping, all that stuff. Those are the only 3 boxes I have turned on. I don't know if these are settings on console. If they're not, don't worry about it, but if you are on PC, I highly recommend turning on your frames, server latency, and packet loss. Label size default, connection meter I have turned off, alert icons I do have turned on, and then obviously gameplay tips, all this stuff. This is just basic settings, but that's basically all the settings that I'm running right now for Warzone 3. Like I was saying in the intro, you guys have been wanting an updated settings video for a really long time, so I wanted to go through and tell you guys exactly what I've been running to feel the absolute best in game. I know a lot of you guys wanted the audio that I had before, but like I said, that was some audio tune I was running for World Series. I felt like it sounded horrible for the videos, so make sure you guys go through, test out all the settings, and like I was saying with the controller tab, use my settings as a base and find where you feel the most comfortable. That's it for the video.